Lately, sometimes I'm really amused by the agnostics and the atheists who point to religion and say it's just a lot of dogma, stuff you believe only because you've been taught to believe it. And then I hear conversations about science and how wonderful science is, and like something isn't worthwhile at all if it doesn't have some scientific background. But if you will look closely at science, you might find that there's a lot more dogma in science than there is in religion. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean by that if you hear something often enough and long enough, you take it for a fact, when it originated as a theory, as in the Darwin theory, as in the origin of life. I recently scanned through a book. I thought I was going to read it, but I just scanned through it because it was a beautiful fairy tale about how life started in this slimy mud puddle with one little amoeba and grew through a whole process that was fantasized by the neo-Darwinists into complex life. And I really learned a lesson that it took me 80 years to learn, and I'm so happy that I've lived long enough to learn it. If you want to know the origin of life, find the origin of matter, because they are expressions and manifestations of the same energy. Microscopic life exists throughout the universe. I can't wait until they really go beneath the surface of Mars and find, wow, they've got little germs up here. There are little germs throughout the universe. And it was the Creator's plan to give us a planet that would cause the development of what we now know as complex life. What we don't always know is that consciousness determines the physics of that life. We cannot explain life through traditional physics or chemistry because it's a matter of information. When the information comes together, the life form takes shape. And that information comes from what Einstein called supreme intelligence. There is a lot of dogma in religion, but there's a lot of dogma in science. And where we're going today, science is discovering God. It's a very exciting time. If we don't blow ourselves up, we can really learn something in this life.